If you're looking for a premium SUV that's a little more polished than, say, the Chevy lineup or, say, the different GMC Terrain, a little more stylish, then this 2020 Buick Encore GX may just be the one for you. In this video, I'm going to tell you about the Encore, I'm going to tell you about the exterior, talk about the interior, we'll do the drive impressions, and I'll give you my final thoughts on whether or not you should buy this vehicle or pass. And hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. If it's your first time to the channel, welcome. On this channel, you find interesting stuff I do in interesting settings like that. Yeah, that's actually Nebraska. Crazy, right? Flat Nebraska. Anyways, go ahead and hit subscribe, stick around. It's a good time in this channel. Let's go ahead and hop in the review. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at this. This is, again, the 2020 Buick GX. Now, there is a Buick Encore base model, and that's just a different version. It's the prior generation, and so this one will replace that eventually. The Buick Encore will be on sale while this GX kind of on sale too. A little confusing, but that's what they're doing. This vehicle is debuted in China. Buick's a big seller over there, and they can't really explain to me exactly why, but it does really well over there. I really like the styling of this. You can see the really sharp exterior, really nice design here. You got some nice body lines with the hood and the sides, and just as a good look. And maybe I'm a sucker for blue vehicles, but I really like the side body panels too. They have a little bit of styling back here above the door handles for the second row, and just kind of slopes nicely back. And so I think it's a kind of a home run on styling. I don't see a whole lot of issues there myself. And as you come around kind of the sides, do this other side too, body color matched mirrors, 18-inch tires, or 18-inch wheels, 18-inch rims, I should say. And coming along the side, and it's a nice wrap in the back. I really like the way the chrome kind of comes down, goes right into the matte black. It's not too much chrome, just a little bit of hint of chrome there. Coming on the back, we see a nice little styling that wraps up there, and just an overall good look. Okay, while we're back here, let's go ahead and pop this rear end. And so you can see from the key fob, I have the button to do it here, or I have a button down here to do it, or you do it inside the vehicle too. It's on the door. But when we pop this, again, Encore GX. Here is our third row kind of storage, cargo area storage. This is kind of my bag for my tripod. You see the width there. I will tell you that I was trying to fit golf clubs, and I have to kind of fit them caddy corners. Not much enough room side by side, which is bit of a concern for me as a golfer. I do have the nice cover. This is for your any materials back here, any like cargo or like groceries. You can cover those up, keep prying eyes away, and also offer some protection from the sun getting too hot on that kind of items. And you can see the tether for the baby seats, and then these seats do fold down as well. And you have the 60-40 split, so you can do that fold down a big amount of area. You just fold this down. Now you can fold that second row down. That's probably what I would do if I own this vehicle. Oh, again, and we have keyless entry here on the doors. You just press this button, unlocks them. But as we come in the second row, you can see this is our styling for the interior. We have the kind of nice double stitching here for the leather. This is all soft touch in here. Good door handles. But you can see this will come down, and you can have that extra space. We'll go around this other side and hop in the second row. Hopping in the second row here, I have this seat set up kind of weird. It goes back too far, so I'm gonna hop in this one over here. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I have played with it, but that's just it's what it is. So back here we have USBs. We have USB-A or USB-C, which is the newer one, the older USB. So there's two USB hookups there. A decent amount of space back here. Let's go ahead and close the door. See a truck driving by. Buick says this is their quiet kind of zone interior. Minimizes some of the road noise as driving around. We'll experience that a little bit. Pretty good amount of leg room here. And as I flip the camera around, okay, as I flip the camera around, you can see quite a bit of headroom here. I have shoulder room. I'm not squished back in here. I could ride in this. This wouldn't be most comfortable ride in as far as long distance driving, but I could ride in this. It's not a problem there at all. And the seats are fairly firm. I could see them softening up a little bit through use. Really kind of make the butt groove, if you will. You know, the more you use them, the more comfortable they get. See, that's how that works. Let's go to the front row. Okay, up front, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. Zero entry there. I do have OnStar and Wi-Fi available in the vehicle too, which is important for people with kids, or you know, don't want to use your data plan so much, you can just buy the car one. Go ahead and hop in. I'll go ahead and turn it on. Probably have to kill the radio here. See if that turns it off. I don't want to have a copyright strike because I'm playing music. So, but anyways, so the seat moves forward and on its demand. Yep, I knew I was going to go. Let's turn that off. All right, so seat moves forward. I'm going to try to stop the glare here a little bit. There we go. I do have seat buttons along the side here. I have the power locks. I do have the mirror buttons here, powered mirrors as well. And I have the lighting controls. And then down there, this is going to be for the rear hatch. So open the rear end. We'll check the engine here in a second. So coming along here, we do have the controls for the settings here. This is for the adaptive cruise control. It sets the distance between you and the vehicle in front of you and keeps that distance by setting out a sonar signal. Heated steering wheel right here, which makes a ton of sense. Bluetooth right there. Back side of these buttons, which I'll show you back in here if I can. They are the radio controls back here on both sides. This is our dash, and I wanted to look at fuel economy. I'm not going to do a fuel economy test on this, but looking at fuel economy, we'll see if we can't get to it. Driver assistance, following distance, brake life, air filter, tire pressure, life. There we go. 30.4, 29.7. So probably a 30 mile per gallon vehicle as far as highway. And we can see this is the fuel gauge. You can see it's got little markers. It doesn't have that thing. It just has a little marker. Same thing with the temperature gauge over there as well. So over here we have, what am I listening to? Oh, Like a Cowboy. We have a pretty nice display. It's kind of slanted a little bit here. If I can show you my angle. It's slanted a little bit, so it's easier to reach and easier to use. But you do have to kind of look up a little bit to kind of see it like perfectly. But I don't mind it. I look at a little bit of angle. It's not a big deal to me. We have some controls here. This is how you use home and then radio control as far as volume. Down here, the HVAC system. So I'm going to turn on, and I'm going to show you the numbers. But this is a system. It's not, you know, overly amazing. Just some old kind of numbering system. I do have heated seats as well. I mean by the dials, by the font, I guess you could say, for that numbering. Just okay. It's nothing crazy. I do have down here, I do have a couple USBs, plus I have a wireless charger, which is nice as well. Toss your phone in there, you're done. And over here we have auto start stop. That's the engine will turn off at stop signs and things. Press that button, turn that off. Lane departure, well, that turns it on, turns it off. We have traction control, parking assist. As far as parking, you can turn the parking information off. Like if snow and ice, a lot of times the sensors get covered. So you want to turn that off, or it'll beep at you. A pending crash. You're a pending crash all the time, but that's what it is. A couple nice cup holders, big size. I put my Yeti in here to kind of give you an example. I've had the bigger cups in here. I do have the shifter here, plus I have the up-down for gearing. So there's that there. I do have a little small cubby here, and then I have a big center console here. What's interesting though is there's this tray, and then you have more room, but it's not really a lot of room in here. It's kind of not, and it's really tall. I might want to be beast about it, just really high up. Finishing off the dash though, I do have the carbon fiber going around. I do have the chrome kind of going around this. I really like this interior. I think they did a good job overall, and I have it's a little bit of a soft, little hard touch, I guess, leather. It's not doesn't scream luxury to me, but it's not like it's cheap either. So it's kind of a in-between mix, which is kind of what Buick is. So coming around there, we have the glove box. You see there is a spot for an additional cup in there, but you're not going to fit a whole lot. So you really have like 2 cup holders is what I would say. But let's go ahead and talk about the price and break things down. 2020 Encore GX Essence. This is the front-wheel drive, which means it has a continuously variable transmission. Deep Azure Metallic is your exterior color. Ebony Accents interior. It's got the 1.3 turbo and, like I said, the continuously variable transmission. That means there's no gears. It just kind of, the computer simulates that there's gears, but there's really no gears. All right, moving along here, we have engine control, stop, start, brakes, ABS. I do have a 3-year, 36,000 mile warranty, 5-year, 60,000 mile powertrain, and we have keyless open, keyless start, connected access, which is their system. I'm going to change hands here. The infotainment system, this is what we talked about here, and kind of just, it's the basic kind of Chevy system. I mean, just kind of flip through the different stuff, and you can kind of just loads pretty fast, and then you just kind of go through stuff. Yep, so there you go. Important to note that is that this is not wireless Apple CarPlay. So yeah, you have to plug your phone in. Let's see. We have a 120 volt power outlet, Sirius XM, 4.2 digital color display. This is the DIC, the Driver Information Center, right there. And the OnStar rear AC A and C charging ports only. And interior seat adjusters. The rear seat's 60/40 split, and the front is an 8-way power, including lumbar. And memory, power driver seat, and mirrors. Power windows, front passenger going the other side. Rear load, 2 levels, because there's a level below that in the cargo floor out. I could open that again, but you just pop that up and there's a little section down there. Quiet tuning with active noise cancellation. We'll get to that when we drive. Glass, interior mirrors, heated capless fuel filter, 18-inch machine wheels, headlamps, LED headlamps, tail lamps, and fog lamps, daytime learning lights, roof rack with side rails, and chrome front applique. So what's that all mean with all of this stuff as far as safety too? Automatic emergency braking, front pedestrian braking, forward collision alert, departure warning, lane assist, intelligent high beam. You do have a teen driver mode. What you can do with this is you can monitor your teen's driver of this. A TPS tire monitoring system, and comes all together for $28,500. In this case, I have the advanced technology package. I have a surround vision camera, which we'll look at that. There is that, and then I can flip through the different camera modes. And you can see my tripod out there. See my backup mode. And so there's a 360 camera. It's nice when parking or like getting a tight spot. So there's a camera system. Rear vision camera. Oh, I guess I do have a rear vision camera up here. So this, yep, there you go. So this creates a camera, which is a viewpoint behind you. So you can see my phone set up, right? I'm recording on this, and you've pulled it out. And there is the camera. You can see the vehicle coming up behind me, and yeah, it's a cool feature. It takes a little while to get used to. If you have passengers behind you, it's really kind of weird. It's the best I can say. This does have heads-up display. I do have some heads-up display controls there and there. Heads-up display as an option as well. Automatic wireless parking assist. Oh, the wireless charging is extra. Rear camera, mirror, window washer. Yep. Liftgate package, power hands-free. Oh, I can use my foot to open the liftgate. I should say that as well. If you get close, you can kind of not use your foot. You can use your hand over the logo. I'll go back there. We'll talk about that again. The Ecotec 1.3 turbo is a $400 upgrade. Normally this is 1.2 liter, I believe, by my numbers. Total options 39, almost 4,000 options. Total vehicle price is $33,465. This is built in India, or not India. Korea. Final assembly point is Korea. The engine's Mexico and transmission's Mexico. And 30 city, 32 highway, 31 miles per gallon. So about what we said on the triple meter. Let me go back to the back and double check that lift gate for you, and then we'll check the engine out and pop the hood. All right, I want to double check this. I believe you touched the logo. No. Foot. I did this the other day. There it is. You gotta kick further down. I was like, I swear I did this the other day. When you hit record on the camera, things don't work. All right, there's the second kind of lower. You can see the real spare tire in there. Okay, this is the 1.3 liter turbo. It's the premium upgraded engine. The standard is a 1.2 liter turbo, which is interesting to be so close numerically, but this delivers 155 horsepower and 174 foot-pounds of torque. So it's not amazingly horsepower torque, but it's plenty for this size vehicle. Okay, then looking at this engine bay a little bit more closely, we have the battery over here and fuses. We do have the oil, check the oil right here, and we do have windshield wiper fluid and the overflow for the radiator. Now, this is brake fluid. As you may notice, we don't have power steering fluid because this is a electronic power steering pump that allows us to do lane departure. That's what the future is. And so we can see the big amount of firewall protection back there to keep the heat down. Plus we have sound deadening here in the hood as well. Okay, now the important part of this review. What's it drive like? Let's go check it out. Okay, that was all for the camera. I would say off the line, when you really get into it, it moves fairly well. It's not an impressive 0 to 60 vehicle, but this is not that customer. I could see this as being more of a leisurely kind of drive kind of vehicle. The corner's pretty tight and it handles pretty well. I mean, it's not quick. You wouldn't accuse it of being fast in the corners, I would tell you that much. But you'd accuse it to be just about right. I mean, I think for this vehicle and for this kind of customer, somebody who wants a comfortable drive and wants a smooth driving experience, that this is more what they're looking for. One thing to note is that all-wheel drive versions have a 9-speed automatic transmission, while the front-wheel drive version, which is what this is, has a CVT transmission. You talk to many automotive people and they will have a discussion about how terrible CVTs are, which is a continuously variable transmission, but they have improved that over the years, and I don't think it's that big of a deal, frankly. So I would say overall it's again, peppy, nah. Plenty of power, sure. I'm not going to get overwhelmed by the power, and I'm not going to get pulled over, so let me slow down. But I'm not overwhelmed by it. I'm not overwhelmed by the ride. I mean, I'm hitting some bumps here, and I can feel them, but they're muted. And so to me, it's more of a nicer ride experience than the more inexpensive Chevy options out there. So a little bit nicer interior. I like the styling on this better than I like the Chevy and GMC. I think the driving experience is pretty comfortable. It's not going to be a wow driving experience, and I think that's the end of the day. What my final conclusion on this vehicle is I don't feel like I'm wowed by it. I don't feel like I'm just blown away by the driving experience and the fuel economy and stuff like that. But I think that it's a solid competitor in the marketplace and something that consumers should look for if they want something that's a little more stylish than the inexpensive Chevy counterparts, a little bit more premium ride, a little bit quieter as you're driving because of the Buick active noise canceling while you're driving. I mean, this is a good country kind of car, driving around town, that kind of thing. I don't have any really concerns. That's the biggest issue I have, is I really don't have anything I can hate on it about. Like, it's pretty good. Really, it's pretty good for $33,000. I think was my sticker price on it, which you probably get under 30. So under 30,000, a brand new vehicle with seating for 4 and kids seating. Yeah, I'm not for full adult seating, but it's kind of a subcompact SUV in that realm that it's going to fit your golf clubs, fit some groceries, be good for just 2 of you, probably most of the time, occasionally 3 or 4 of you. And I got all the technology. I got the lane departure assist, I got adaptive cruise control, I got all the features that you would want in today's vehicle for under 30 with discounts and incentives, that kind of stuff. So there you go. There are my thoughts on the 2020 Buick Encore GX. And again, the difference between the Encore and the Encore GX, the Encore is the previous generation. This GX is a newer one. It's a little bit wider, a little bit longer, and a little bit more different powertrains, more peppy. So there you go. Here's the thoughts. Hey, for more cool stuff, check out this video over here. Website down below. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you down the road.